I want to ask you something about anger. Let me tell you, anger is not random, it's not accidental, and it's definitely not just happening. When my clients tell me I don't think, I just snap, I just react, I already know that we haven't slowed it down enough yet. Because when we slow anger down, there's always a belief underneath it. This week, I asked one of my clients what their anger was doing for them. And at first, she just said, nothing. I don't think, I just react. But when we broke it down, there were four things that we discovered about her anger, and maybe you can relate. So, first, we've discovered that her anger makes her feel seen and heard. When she's calm, she doesn't feel listened to. But when she's angry, people pay attention. So anger sort of became the megaphone. So, how many of you feel like you only feel heard when you raise your voice? Number two, she says, anger proves that I care. For some people, intensity equals love. So if I don't feel fired up about it, then maybe it doesn't really matter. And some people learned early on that anger is the only way to show that you really care. That if you're calm, that you're detached. If you're loud, then that means you're really invested. But anger isn't the only way to show you care, it's just the loudest way. And loud doesn't always mean effective. If you get heard in the moment, sure, but it can cost you your connections later on. Number three, she discovered anger protects me when people try to change me. And this one was huge. When someone challenges your identity or your values or your choices or your behavior or what you say, anger sort of steps in like your armor. Anger says, you don't get to redefine me. And the fourth thing that she discovered is some people feel like anger protects me from people pleasing. She said, sometimes I swing between compliant or explosive. So if I'm not angry, I'll cave, I'll shrink, or I'll over accommodate. So anger becomes the wall that keeps her from disappearing completely. And once you see that, anger stops looking so irrational. So here's what most people are getting wrong. Trying to change or eliminate your anger is not the answer, right? Because it's doing a job. So if people are telling you just try to stop being angry, or even if your goal for if you're in therapy, if you're working with somebody, if your goal is to try to get rid of your anger, that's not the right way to go. So instead, figure out what it's protecting. Usually, it's protecting your voice, your identity, your boundaries, your self respect. The work isn't to get rid of the anger, the work is to understand what anger thinks that it's protecting and learning to protect that thing without blowing up your whole life. So, here's my challenge to you. The next time you start to feel your anger rise, don't justify it, but don't suppress it. Ask it one question: what are you trying to protect right now? And if you're willing, you can share your answers in the comments below, something maybe that you've discovered about yourself. And this is really the work that I do with my clients every day. We don't manage symptoms.